Big Ed here, and today I am bringing you the Savage Model 93, and this is the new one, as you can see here from the sticker, with the Savage AccuTrigger. This is a bolt-action rifle, and it comes in different chamberings. This one happens to be chambered in 22 Winchester Mag, or 22 WMR, which is basically just a Magnum version of a 22 long rifle. That's the bullet right there. You can see it's definitely, the cartridge is about twice as long as a 22 long rifle. This rifle is configured with a fluted heavy barrel right here. You can see by looking at that barrel profile, for a 22 caliber hole, that's a fat barrel. So this is a heavy barrel target rifle, and it's fluted, to help reduce some weight and also, expel the heat a little quicker, put a little more surface area on it. It's a magazine-fed rifle. You'll see the system to put this magazine right here. You'll see there's a little tang right there. That's your magazine release. And basically, if you look at the magazine, you'll see these two little rims right there, and you slide you got to catch it in there and then just slide it up there, and it slides, and then you can see the little click mechanism right there, and then you release that and the magazine releases. So right now it's pretty positive. So this isn't a rifle that you're going to go ahead and reload very rapidly, but it's definitely a precision system, What it's made for, I would say, is a hunting and a surviving rifle, a learning rifle, a practice rifle. I don't know if this is the end of the world rifle, you could use it as that, but it wouldn't be better than no rifle, put it like that. But it wouldn't be my first choice, because it's going to take a little bit of time to reload this rifle. But let's go over some of the functions with this rifle. So basically, there was a circular that came out at Dick's, and it was $245 for this. And I looked at it, and I was like, for $245, and it came with this Bushnell scope right here. And I was like, you can't go wrong. I mean, the Bushnell scope's probably a $50 scope. The rifle's normally listed for $300, and I was kind of interested in that 22 Win Mag round. And then it came with the scope. It was off the rifle, and I went home, assembled it. And the bases were already on the rifle for the, put the scope rings on, put the, started screwing them down to the screw strip right through on one of the rings, and the rings were junk. And that was my only big complaint about this rifle, was the rings that it came with were absolutely trashy aluminum. So basically, the rifle sat, I ordered new rings, and these are the Leopold, and I did a review on these rings, are the PWR, I believe. These rings are fantastic, and these were eBay, 40 bucks. So basically, I'm into this rifle for $290. As you can see, and the other thing I want you to notice is the barrel clearance. A lot of guys really love to get that scope close to that barrel, and this rifle definitely accomplishes that right here. And these are low rings right here from Leopold. But it's a simple bolt-action rifle. That's your safety right there, red, you're dead. So basically it's in safe right now, and you can shoot it and just kind of, rock it forward right there, just like kind of a Remington 700. And the other thing that's really neat is the Savage AccuTrigger. You push back on the tang, rifle fires. This Savage AccuTrigger is really nice out of the box. I wouldn't do anything to it. I wouldn't try to adjust it. But this Savage AccuTrigger is excellent right out of the box, and I'm really happy with it. Also, when I was in New York, I took it. I didn't bring my camera with me, but this rifle right out of the box, as soon as I replaced the rings on it, shot really well. And I think I was shooting it at, I shot it at about 150 yards, 140 yards. I forget what my rangefinder said. And then I was shooting at I think it was 50 yards. I set up the target, and this thing was grouping them. This thing at 50 yards was grouping in way less than an inch, so I was really happy with this, and it should. And also, one of the reasons is the barrel's free-floated in this stock, and this is a plastic polymer stock right here, but it works, and I'm happy with it. And this gun is light. I mean, the barrel's going to add some weight to it, but I mean, this is not a heavy rifle. I would guess probably around the 7-pound mark, maybe six and a half pounds in that ballpark. And for a detachable magazine rifle, I mean, this is a lot of bang for your buck right here. And I have a lot of fun shooting this, I definitely do. It's very cool. But, you can also have sling swivel studs right here. You can put a bipod on it. The bipod with this stock, I bet it would work pretty well. I mean, it's a light rifle, it doesn't recoil that much, Also about the recoil, because this barrel's heavy, it recoils probably just as much as my Ruger 1022 because it has a heavier barrel on this rifle. But it's very cool. So let's go ahead and we'll take a few shots with it right now. You know, it's also very easy to see that the rifle's safe. There's a big fat red follower on there, and you can see right down to the barrel. So I really like this. I can't wait to get my girlfriend's kids on this. I've been letting them shoot my Ruger 1022, and I think they've been missing out because they basically just load the magazine. This is just rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Probably better to teach or somebody to learn on a rifle like this. You know, because each round is important. Each round you're feeding into the rifle, and you're really controlling on it. It's more of a hands-on experience. The chambering it comes in this 22 Magnum chambering. It's basically a 22 long rifle, but they stretched it out to the case, and it's so it'll hold about twice as much powder. The muzzle velocity of these, I believe, are right around. These are CCI mini mags, 40 grain bullets, and they're right around. I believe it's 1,800 feet per second with about 320 pounds of muzzle energy. And a regular 22 is around 1,400 feet per second with about 160, 170 pounds of muzzle energy. So you have about double the muzzle energy with the 22 Magnum. And it's about twice the cartridge size. But the other an ultimate survival rifle, and this has proved to be very accurate for me. At distance, and we're going to go ahead and do some 75-meter shooting here in a couple of minutes. But the rifle's light, it's well made, it's inexpensive, and the other thing, the ammo's light. If you're carrying a bunch of 22 long rifle ammunition, it'll take up less space, about half the amount of space this will. But you're not taking on that much more weight by carrying this. The bullets are the same, the case is just a little longer. So you might, for a given 100 rounds, it might only be 10% heavier with this 22 Magnum ammunition. With the power of this, it's going to shoot flatter, it's faster. I would think you could even take out a whitetail, with a headshot with it. It wouldn't be ideal, but if you were surviving, maybe a bush pilot, you're a hiker. Carry something like this, carry a lot of ammo with it. You can get anything from squirrels with it. You can get 32 grain. Hornady makes their VMAX load for this, and that'll be real fast, real flat shooting. Something good for squirrels, rabbits, stuff like that, little varmint. And then you can step up to the the 40 grain. I believe you can even get 45 grains for the Win Mag now. So this rifle, I think, would be it wouldn't be optimal, but even deer-sized game, I would go for headshots. I mean, if you could probably get within at least 70, 80 yards, which is pretty far, you could get a headshot on a deer. Maybe even 100. I haven't shot this out to 100 yards yet really accurately, but maybe even out to 100 yards, you could get a headshot on a deer, clean headshot if the rifle is supported, with a bipod or, some sticks, a cross brace, even against a branch on a tree or along the side of a tree, and you're a good shot and you're competent. You know how the rifle shoots, and you've shot it before at those kind of ranges. But I think this would be, and definitely excellent for rabbits, squirrels, anything like that. But I think that this 22 mag, this could be the ultimate survival rifle. If you're thinking about buying one of these, go to Savage's website and look. There's about 50 different variations of this rifle, and the high-end ones are really cool. And they're only probably around the $450, $500 mark. But basically, the high-end versions of these, you're going to get their same action and your same barrel, and that's your Model 93. But the stocks. And they put laminated wood stocks on them, and they got real cool ones with like thumb holes, and so you can see that they make real heavy duty target rifles out of these little buggers. And they'll do spiral fluting, so they're really cool rifles, and some of them are really slick and just gorgeous to look at. And they definitely have a few different models with the with the laminated stocks, and they also make different variations with with iron, like peep sights, like I would say like an Olympic, like real target sight, but target iron sights. They got ones with threaded barrels. They've got camo ones, and they just have all sorts of different different styles of these rifles. You can get a thinner barrel, more of a hunter's rifle, something to probably be easier to hike with, and then the heavier barrel ones. But still, this is not a heavy rifle. This is probably, I'm guessing, you check on the website, maybe only 6 pounds, 7 pounds. Probably, I don't even, it's not 7, it's probably 6. 6.5 maybe with the scope on it. but it's very cool, and it's a ton of bang for your buck for the money. A great rifle to learn on, and also since it's a heavy barrel too, I would say this recoil is about the same as my 1022. You know, it's just about the same as a 22 long rifle, and granted it's a little more cartridge, it's still a very small cartridge, but this would be an excellent gun to teach, you know, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know, your kids, you know, any kid to shoot on a rifle like this. Little closing shot here. So this is my shot group here at 75 yards. Just to explain, that was my first shot. That was a flyer, and then I shot these three right there at 75 meters, and then that one right there, which was ugly, and that was a flyer. But those three, that, you know, that's pretty good there. That's probably 1.25 inches, I'd say, 75 meters. And then, you know, we had a couple flyers, but I'm a little cold. I'll make some excuses for my shooting. That's not bad there. That was a whole 10-round mag right there at the one dump. So with the one dud, so that right there is 9 rounds. So I'm pretty pleased with that. But there you go right there, Savage Model 93, showing some pretty good accuracy there. Now we could definitely tighten it up and you know, put a little more time in my shooting position. I'm sure we could close that group up. But I'm pretty happy with that, and that's obviously that's pretty good. And if you're a little rodent and a little squirrel at 75 meters, you're gonna have a little problem with the Model 93 or little 22 mag up there. But thanks for watching, folks. Feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, you know, if you like it, and post any questions. Love answering questions. But I'll give you one more quick peek of the rifle right there. Very cool. Thanks for watching, folks.